who's up for a quick little TEG video. So, with 2020 being a stinker and just not being a lot of fun, Yvonne and I are already looking forward to Quarantine-o-ween and Quarantine-miss. So, I've always been one that's railed against the idea of decorating early for holidays. I've always been one like, oh, our Christmas stuff out already this year. No, I get it. So the plan is simple: Quarantine-o-ween. For Halloween, it's kind of going to be an all-month thing. Now, hockey isn't going to be on in October, so I'll have time to watch some movies with my lovely wife. And my plan is to try to catch up on some of the movies she hasn't seen in series that we've done reviews for years ago on this channel. We did, of course, Jason Goes to Hell, which I had to call Jason Goes to Heck because it got flagged for whatever reason. I had to keep, escalating. And come on, why is this flagged? But I called it Jason Goes to Heck, and it still got flagged. And we did Freddy versus Jason. We did Friday the 13th Part 3. I can't find any of the other ones we did. I know I've watched other movies with her. Elm Street, we've watched 3. We've watched 4. I don't think I made her watch Part 2. I can't find a review on here of that. But I'm gonna try to sit through 5. And I'm gonna try to sit through Freddy's Dead. And I'm also, yes, Jason Takes Manhattan. That needs to happen. But I'm also thinking 4, which we qualify as the good one for those of us who like Friday the 13th movies. And 7, which I call Jason versus Carrie. They obviously didn't have the rights to Carrie, so they just get some teenage girl who has telekinetic powers, and they go, here you go. Here's a Friday the 13th movie. She's not Carrie. Her name should have been not Carrie. That should have been her name. But at any rate, that meant that I was following Lar Park Lincoln's career after that movie, and then she went to Dallas, I think it was. I was like, wait, she's on a soap opera? Oh, crap. So, that's something that happened, but I'm looking forward to this because then we'll do reviews on this channel after that. And then I'm thinking for Quarantine-miss, which is Christmas, she has all the Christmas movies that I haven't watched. So I have all the Halloween-themed movies she hasn't watched. This is just an example. I'm considering the Dawn of the Dead remake, not the original. The original, there's no way she could get through it. I'm considering the Dawn of the Dead remake. I know she can't sit through Ash vs. Evil Dead. Yvonne gets squeamish. So the slasher movies, she doesn't really have a big problem with your standard slasher, but the ones that are really gory and really over the top. That's why you won't see Texas Chainsaw Massacre on here. The Scream movies, she's already seen 1, 2, and 3. And I don't think I want to put her through 4. I guess I can try, but 4 loses me at the defibrillator. Defibrillators don't do that. So as soon as that's in the movie, that's where my brain goes, and I'm out of here. All right. No, I'm done. Defibrillators don't work that way. And there are numerous things that when we're watching TV shows and movies, Yvonne and I are like, I don't think that's how that works. If it's police stuff, we'll go, I don't think that's how police work works. And sometimes we'll have movies where we're watching and we'll say, yeah, I don't think you can just kick a locked door and have it break open that easily. You can tell when in Hollywood movies they've really made it so it's pretty easy to break into places. Or the fact that every car's rigged to explode, especially in older movies, they're all rigged to explode. It is one of the funniest things. Back in the 80s, I didn't think anything of it because I was a kid. But now, when I'm watching these movies, I'm like, wait, why did that car explode? So, that being said, we'll watch some horror movies during October and post some reviews. And then for Christmas, she'll probably put me through the ringer. So, for anybody who's like, hey, that doesn't seem fair that Shannon's going to make her watch bad horror movies, she's going to think they're bad. I like them, but she's going to think they're bad. And Dream Child is not great, and Freddy's Dead. I can't defend that on any level. 4 is pretty good for Friday the 13th by its standards. You'll notice I'm skipping 5. I guess we could put in 6, right? 6 is pretty good as well. 6 is kind of bloodless as well. I know that basically the motion picture review board took all the gore out of 6. And they didn't even have a topless girl in 6, and they didn't realize it till they were already filming. And they're like, "Oh, we need somebody to go topless." And the girl's like, "Sorry, you didn't pay any of us to do that. We're not just gonna do it for free." So it's got to be in their contract. They get extra money. And so that, and I know that one's got The Man Behind the Mask is the theme song from Alice Cooper. So I'm kind of thinking that does need to be on there. But 8 needs to be done because I need to be able to do Jason Takes Manhattan, which was clearly filmed in Vancouver, and Freddy's Dead, which was clearly made by a 3-year-old. It is absolutely god awful, and when they shoehorned in the 3D part, I remember I couldn't go and see it. Friends of mine in high school went to see it, and they I don't remember what the reason was I couldn't go, but I couldn't go. And after the movie, my friend who went to see it said to me, he said, "Don't watch it." I'm like, "But it can't be worse than Dream Child." And he's like, "Oh, it's a lot worse than Dream Child." And it is really 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 bad. But I think Yvonne and I doing a review of just how bad it is, and it's one of those ones too. I think both with Freddy's Dead and with Part 8. What I used to do with movies that were really bad, I'd get a notebook and I'd take notes during the movie, which I love that Mike on Red Letter Media does that as well. That he'll start taking notes on bad movies. I did that as well. I remember there was a movie called Trucks, which is based on the same short story as Maximum Overdrive, and just how bad and awful the dialogue was and the scenes were and the whatever. I started writing notes. About 10 minutes in, I went, I got to go back. I got to start writing notes. Congo was a movie I did that with too. The first time I watched it, remember, I didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't have anybody to share my notes with. I didn't do anything with them. I was just, I've got to take notes on how bad this is, as if I'm going to write an essay after on how bad Congo was. But Congo was great bad. That was a great bad movie. Freddy's Dead and Jason Takes Manhattan are not. But I think they need to be reviews. I was looking back at the old reviews we did, and the review we did of Zapped has way more views than Lady Bird. And it's like, okay, so when we review the bad movies, they get a lot more views than when we review the movies that are supposed to be good that we didn't really enjoy, like Lady Bird. We really, it wasn't that great of a movie. I'll never watch it again. But yeah, so there you go. That's my thought process on this. So if you guys have any suggestions, remember, for Halloween, think along the lines of like Silver Bullet. She hasn't seen Silver Bullet. I think she'd enjoy that one. It's a Stephen King one. It's pretty good. She won't watch Cujo. Cujo's a non-starter. It's not going to happen. Again, it's that balance with Yvonne, and I think with these ones, they're fine. Hellraiser, I don't know that the Hellraiser movies would interest her. I think they're just more, I don't know. The first one plods. I never liked the first Hellraiser, to be honest. The second one I really enjoyed. I saw that in the theater. I thought that movie was really, really good. The third Hellraiser, Hell on Earth, I thought was great. So when everybody else didn't like it, I was like, what movie did you guys watch? This movie was awesome. This was great. And then it went right off the proverbial cliff. Dead before it hit the ground. And yeah, that was too bad. And of course, my favorite series, Ash vs. Evil Dead. There's no way I can get Yvonne to watch that. There's no chance I can get Yvonne to watch that. I try. I legit try regularly to get her to watch it. I keep telling you, well, it's funny. It's really, really graphic, but it's funny. But the really, really graphic is where she says, and I'm out. So the Saw movies are a no-go. So, yeah. Again, it's finding that balance. I enjoy watching movies with her that she may not necessarily enjoy because she has really funny reactions, but at the same time, I want to make sure she doesn't feel sickened after and she doesn't question me as a human being afterwards. There are certain movies that I enjoy that I know that for people who are really sensitive, they won't. So I don't watch them with them because I might be laughing during parts that they're like, what's he laughing at? That wasn't funny at all. This movie's gross. But there are movies that to me cross that line too. Green Inferno is a good example of a movie that I've tried a couple of times to watch Green Inferno. I watched it the first time and it made me physically ill, and I thought, maybe it's just me. Maybe after that scene that made me physically ill, maybe there's something else redeeming in the movie. And so I watched another 20 minutes and I was like, no, we're done. I'm done. I'm not coming back to this. So there is a limit for me. And yeah, so there you go. But let me know if you guys have suggestions, and keep in mind she's seen most of the big box office ones, and if it's PG-13 rated, she's probably seen it. A movie I got her to watch recently and she really enjoyed was House from 1987, starring William Cott and George Wendt. And yeah, that was, and Richard Mall's in that. And I had forgotten how great that movie was, but it is really, really funny. And I was really glad that I got reacquainted with it. So we watched that on Amazon Prime Video. We just didn't do a review of it. So we're going to start doing those again soon. And it'll be for Quarantine-o-ween and Quarantinemas. Meaning the month of October, don't be surprised if I'm wearing Halloween get-ups. I've already been talking to Yvonne about different Halloween get-ups that I'm going to be wearing during that month. And then during Christmas, I've got Christmas jerseys as well. I do. And so, and of course I've got jerseys I can wear for Halloween. So we're covered. But let me know your suggestions, and we may do a live stream as well. One thing I've wanted to do for a long time is a live stream while we're watching a bad movie that hopefully would be one that's not got copyright issues. So something where we're not going to get in trouble later for having a live stream where we're watching a movie for copyright violations, that kind of thing. So I need to look for, public domain kind of stuff. I know the original Night of the Living Dead is, I'm pretty sure, still public domain. I know it was for a while there. The problem with that, of course, is that it's not really a funny bad. It's not even bad. It's good. And it does have its slow parts, too. So that doesn't really lend itself to a great live stream. Bad movies lend themselves to great live streams. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Thanks for helping this channel grow to about 14,000 subscribers. And that seems like quite a few. So thank you guys very much for that. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't by now. And hey, I will talk to you again soon.